Local community activist and musician Buddy Sparrow has been standing up for the turtles. Been passionate in terms of working towards a ban on straws throughout Broward and Deerfield Beach specifically. And in fact, he has actually given away over 50,000 paper straws to local businesses as part of an effort to move away from plastic straws. And Buddy is joining us now as we are a week away from an important vote on your passion for some time. There is a vote that's coming up a week from today in Deerfield on this particular proposal. Buddy, welcome to the show, and interested to get your thoughts about where you stand 1 week out.
Thank you, Mr. Mudd. I really appreciate you having us on. We've been trying so hard to get these beaches cleaned up. We've done dozens of beach cleanings, and, businesses do them as well as our group, as well as the city. And a week after, the beach is trashed again, and it's because there's such an influx of plastic coming out of these restaurants. And we really need as much help as possible to get people down there to vote for this ordinance, because it's so darn important. Plastic lasts at least 100 years. You can't get rid of it. We need biodegradable solutions, and so that's what we're trying to do.
Miami Beach has already made the move in this direction. We have a bunch of other municipalities throughout South Florida that are taking it up right now, too. And so did you end up coming up with this idea after seeing some of the efforts around the country, or was this something that you already had been working towards and it just kind of coincided with some of these efforts?
I've always felt strongly about this, and I've known about the things that have been going on around the country, but I never really got super active until about 6 months ago, when I started doing a bunch of beach cleanings and saw how bad the problem really was. I mean, if you go down to the beach right now, whether it's Hollywood or up here in Deerfield, and look at the weed line, you're going to see a tremendous amount of plastic trash there. And no matter how hard we work to get it off, we need more help to stop it from getting there in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. I do a lot of it myself. I happen to live east, and so as part of my exercise, I kayak a lot, and when I do, I clean things up. And just yesterday, pulled another one of those Home Depot buckets full of stuff, and a countless number of straws among them. So you're absolutely right. My question, and I personally battle with this, Buddy, what is the difference between having restaurants make this decision out of being good stewards versus the necessity to have the government ban it altogether? Isn't there an argument that could be made that, hey, we could just get the restaurants to do the right thing?
Well, I wish that were true. I've been working for 4 months straight, giving out these straws along with kits. These kits explain how to implement straws by request, and, showing them some of where they can get the straws, the paper straws, giving them product numbers, trying to make it as easy as possible for these restaurants. Out of the 50 restaurants on Deerfield Beach Island, we only have about a half a dozen restaurants and one hotel. Now, that's only on the island where the beach is. In the city of Deerfield Beach, there are hundreds of restaurants. So, in order to get this to really work, we need the, say, Burger King or the, Dunkin' Donuts that is sending out straws through their to-go line constantly. And people are taking these to the beach. They're having their little snack on the beach. The straws end up on the beach. Not only that, but all of these places inland are, they are near storm gutters. And guess what? When it rains, these straws get picked up. They float perfectly. They go down into the storm drain. They go out into the ocean. The oncoming, the southeast wind we enjoy so much pushes them right back up onto the beach. So this is not something we can just do on the beach. And this is not something we can do by asking restaurants, because for every restaurant that's done it, there's been 10 that have not.
Have you heard at all from any of these restaurants, as you've been talking to management and owners, that their customers are putting pressure on them to go ahead and do this?
Oh, absolutely. Not only that, but once the restaurants change, like Deerfield Beach Cafe changed to all paper goods. They don't use any styrofoam. And all the flashback diners did the same thing. Mm-hmm. Their customers are coming to them, and they're telling me when I go in there, they're telling me, the owners and the managers are saying, our customers really appreciate this. They really love it. Customers thank them for doing this. And they didn't think they were going to get that kind of reaction, but they do.
Yeah, it's an interesting trend. I've noticed in two of my favorite haunts, just within the past month, both made the move away from plastic straws. One provides a paper straw now in place. The other will only provide any kind of straw if you ask for it. Otherwise, they just don't provide any. So it does seem as though the message is being received by the restaurants in some form or fashion. But again, a week from today, the vote in Deerfield Beach. Know you've been working hard, buddy. Appreciate your passion. And again, you get more information, Buddy Sparrow on Facebook. Again, a local musician as well. And obviously looking for the ordinance to be passed in Deerfield a week from today. Be well, Buddy Sparrow.